What is up, TCG Army? CMoneyTCG here. Welcome back to another video. This video is nuts. I actually already recorded the first half of this video, and then things changed, and another deal kind of came along. So I'm actually going to combine the last video and this one into two videos, basically. So I made a deal for this card right here with my buddy Jared over at Kanto Shark. Now, this card is very special to me. I know you guys will understand once you see it here in just a minute. And I had zero intentions of letting it go. I gave up a lot for it. I gave up a Gold Star Charizard and some money. I'm very happy that I got this card. And like I said, I had zero intentions of selling it. Well, our other buddy, Sam the Pokepipe on Instagram, came along and had a card that he also got from Kanto Shark. There's a Grail piece that just never comes along. You'll see in the second half of this video. And so I just messaged him. He was ready to, he needed to move it and everything. So I messaged him and was just like, hey, what's it going to take? And I offered this as half trade and then cash for the other half, and he accepted it. So it was a very fair deal, but you'll see in the second half of this how big the card is that I'm getting, that I had to give this one up. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at this. Before we do, please hit that subscribe button and that bell. It does help the channel out greatly. Follow me on Instagram at CMoneyTCG, where you might have already seen this card, and also the Discord down below. Also, real quick, before we do get into this, one last thing. I'm streaming on Whatnot tonight. My very first stream. It's CMoneyTCG, just like everything else. My very first live auction on Whatnot. Go download the app, create an account. Join me at like 7 o'clock Central tonight. I believe this video is going up at like 1-ish. So if you're watching this the day of release, come follow me on Whatnot. Follow me even if you see this afterwards. I'm going to try to start doing live auctions over there. We're going to have slabs, singles, packs, Vivid Voltage, Umbreon slabs, vintage cards. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Another vintage slab. So come join me. You might be able to get a few steals on that. See my TCG on Whatnot. But without further ado, this is a PSA 8 Crystal Charizard. Now, if you know me, you know that Crystal Charizard is my favorite card ever printed. So Jared over at Kanto Shark had this come along. Check out the swirl on his claw. It is so sick. That's such a cool place swirl. But he had this come along. This is my favorite printed card. At Collecticon last month, I actually was able to acquire a BGS 9. And this is my favorite card in my entire collection, is this BGS 9 Crystal Charizard. So we had an 8 come along. I was like, you know what? I really want another one. This card is just, you can't, I don't care if I have 20 of these. Like, this is my favorite card ever printed. There's no other card I would rather have outside of a Crystal Zard. Except for, now, I wouldn't rather have the card that I'm getting. However, the grade that it is and the value that it is and just the pedigree of the card I'm getting is so insane that I'm okay with it. And I actually have a long-term goal with the card that I'm going to get in return as well. So we'll explain that in the second half of this. So I did trade my Gold Star PSA 7 Charizard because I have intentions of upgrading it to a 9 anyway down the line. For this PSA 8 Crystal Zard, it does have a little the thing that got an 8 was like, I don't even know if you can see it on here. It's got like a little dent right there. You can see, I don't know what happened there, but that's what got it the 8. So a very beautiful card though. Check this out. The crystal bleed that comes in all these crystals through the text box is so sick. It's like an intentional hollow bleed. So I do love these crystals so much. Like I said, this is my favorite card ever printed. This is the favorite card that I own. I love this Charizard so much. This art is just, I love it. This card is my absolute favorite card. I want this in a 10 so bad one day, but they're $17,000. So I actually made a deal with the Pokepipe though, and the second half of this deal, I'm actually giving him this as half trade to give an idea of what I'm about to go pick up. So we'll have that in the second half of this video. I'll do a quick cut and throw some other stuff in there, and we will be back with the next with the biggest deal I've ever made in my Pokemon career so far. So we'll be right back with that. All right, and just like that, I am back home in the studio. I am very excited right now. I met up with Sam the Pokepipe on Instagram locally, and we made the swap. Now, I would be lying if I said it wasn't so hard for me to hand over a Crystal Charizard. Like, that card is literally my favorite card in existence. So to have to give one away, which is so, it hurt me deep inside, but I came back with this, and You know what? We're just going to go ahead and show it. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you guys. Right here, we have a silver Beckett label, which means it's either an 8.5 or a 9. Really clean card on the back. Very, very clean. You can kind of see all over the edges. There's a little bit of edge wear, like right here. A little bit of corner right there. But that's about it. This thing is ridiculously clean. So without further ado, the Gold Star Rayquaza Beckett 9 with a 9.5 surface grade. 9 centering, 9 corners, 8.5 on the edges. The edges, I told you guys right down here, you may be able to see right there. There's a little bit edge wear right there, but not much. Man, this thing is something. This is a holy grail card in the hobby. In fact, a lot of people predict like the first card to hit 100,000 was the PSA 10 base set Charizard. Then we had the PSA 10 and Beckett 10, the Beckett 10 Lugia hit over 100,000. I think the PSA 10 did as well. At PWCC, a lot of people think the PSA 10 Gold Star Rayquaza will be the next Pokemon card to kind of reach that 100K threshold. Obviously, this isn't a 10, this is a Beckett 9. But just this card it's valued at about $8,000, making it roughly the most valuable card I own. My Legendary Collection 9.5, that one's really hard to tell value on, but it's right around there as well. So this is right there for the single most valuable card in my collection. Is more valuable than my BGS 9 Crystal Zard, which is my favorite card in my collection. But I don't really collect Rayquaza, but man, this is a Gold Star. This card is something else. It's special. It's incredibly rare. Good luck finding EX Deoxys packs to open it. This is the rarest Gold Star outside of the Umbreon, I believe. This thing's pretty insane. To be able to say I have this is kind of nutty in my collection. The only thing I think I would ever get rid of this for would be a PSA 10 Crystal Charizard down the line. Like, towards that. Obviously, a PSA 10 Crystal is like $17,000. This is worth about 8K. So, that's the only thing I think I would ever get rid of this card for. Would be towards that or like a really nice first edition base. But that PSA 10 Crystal would be probably the only thing I would want to get rid of this for. So, absolutely insane. So, I did want to show, I'm actually really proud of my what's coming in my Gold Stars. So I haven't done a update on these in too long. I have a BGS 9 Gold Star Mew, a PSA 10 Japanese Gold Star Mewtwo, and then a PSA 9 English Gold Star Mewtwo. So this is kind of my Gold Star collection. I did have a PSA 7 of the Zard, but I actually traded it towards that Crystal Charizard PSA 8 that you just saw that I traded towards the Rayquaza. I've been doing a lot of moving around lately. So I do plan on getting a either PSA or BGS 9 Charizard. I think I'd like BGS because I think the label looks cooler, quite honestly. And like most of this is, I think it look cool next to this, having a BGS 9 Gold Star Zard. So this is the Gold Star collection right now coming along. I don't plan on getting every Gold Star or anything. These are really the ones I wanted as well as the Zard. So that might be in the Umbreon, but the Umbreon is kind of a pipe dream, at least right now. I thought this was a pipe dream, a year ago. If you would have told me I'd own this card, I would have told you you're insane. No, I won't. So who knows? Maybe I'll have the Gold Star Umbreon down the line as well. But I do want to add a BGS or PSA 9 Gold Star Charizard to this. But here it is, man. I'm really proud of this. I'm really proud of just where we've come, and being able to say I have this card now is pretty freaking insane. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. A little bit of a shorter one, but I do appreciate you checking it out. I love showing off some of my collection and just purchases. I love sharing that kind of stuff with you guys. Again, tonight on Whatnot, if you're watching this the day this video releases, tonight on Whatnot at 7 p.m. Central Time, we're gonna be doing some auctions. We have some vintage Umbreon slabs, we have packs, we have Vivid Voltage, Chilling Rain, some singles for my binder going on, some really cool singles. I know one of the singles, for instance, I don't even know where it is going to be like my alt art whatever it is, the Alt Art Calyrex is going to be in there for the singles, the Golden Doggos probably. So these are just a couple of the singles that will be in the auction, and I'll have some vintage stuff too. And if you open up packs, I'm going to have some kind of a guarantee. If you don't get something, I'll give you a hit of some kind. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Come hang out for my first ever stream on Whatnot. I do greatly appreciate you guys and all the support. Go follow me there and on Instagram as well, as we're trying to grow all the platforms. And I appreciate you guys a ton. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.
Yeah.